such lines which are started with c3. Okay, even here knight c3 move is playable, which is absolutely playable move.
What is more fashionable move in this moment?
Fashionable, as I understand, is c3. No,
c3.
c3, yes. Okay,
it will be fashion. It will be fashion.
Not fashion. I mean, it is a continuation of the strategy, simply of white strategy to, let's say, play Spanish, select Spanish structure. You play c3. Why d3? d3 is delaying a bit d4. Idea is to play c3, h3, knight d2, rook e1, knight f1, knight g3, prepare everything, and then to force d4. Yes. So strategy is clear. Yeah. But how it will work? Maria, of course, is thinking, because it's a lot of psychology behind her decision and behind her plan. And you know, she won decisive game against Natalia Pogonina in Spanish. She played not bishop c4, bishop b5. And as I understand, she has seconds. One second is Vladimir Elyanov, who is d4 player. He can't help her in this area. Another second is Krivoruchko, Grandmaster from Lviv, who is top specialist in Spanish. He plays Spanish. He has good results. So,
but she didn't play bishop b5.
She played before bishop b5. So, okay, you know, when you see unexpected opening and you start to remember, start to think why opponent plays it, you start to think about your last games. You played I played bishop b5. And my opponent probably prepared, and she likes these positions for black. And she believes that I am playing this variation not so well. Yeah. So let's prepare. Let's have reserve option. Yeah. Okay, it's absolutely normal strategy in the match. Yes. Okay, there are some players, very experienced players, which had huge practice, for example, in this Spanish bishop b5, they will continue simply because they are sure that their practice and their knowledge is great and they don't afraid of the opponent preparation. Yeah, but if Maria just started this kind of positions, because Maria played even some gambits here. As I remember, if we look back, for example, if we moves back, for example, Maria played here. Sometimes she played, I remember, d4. It's old gambit, but Maria played it really well. Maria and her sister tried this opening, but now it was some fashion, some short fashion in some maybe 7 years ago to play like this. But then, okay, of course, she knows that this strategy is a bit risky for the championship. I remember when I trained Anatoly Karpov, during our preparation, we had some, let's say, some positions which we have to study. Yes, Maria played c3, which we have to study for this day. And we worked. There were 2 groups of trainers. Generally, there were 2 players working on one subject. And after we finished our work around 3 o'clock, after the lunch, so Karpov comes. So guys, show me what you did today. Yeah. So we showed this line. He had fantastic ability immediately to find some weak points, and then he started analyzing. He was really great in this. SD6, classical business. And Karpov immediately found some weak points, and he was already moving some pieces, checking some variations. After 1 hour, we checked. It was necessary to do something, and Karpov usually says, "Yes, guys, very interesting variation, but not for World Championship match." Not for World Championship match. It was his conclusion. So forget it. You see, when you prepare, you never have guarantees that you will use this line. You are just exploring,
of course.
Exploring this line, checking it, does it work, checking plans, do you like it or don't like it. So then you come to conclusion to play it or not to play it.
But this work will make confidence for player.
Yes, not confidence in that first of all variation is sound,
Yes,
that
and
he likes it and he knows it, or
Yes.
she knows how to operate here. Yeah.
What do you think now, Rook E1?
Rook e1 is one option, there's some knight g4 is option, even rook e2, there is some option, okay, there is some option, knight d2 first, h3 is some option maybe, okay, bishop g5 is
Bishop
serious. Bishop g5 is necessary to check this h6 move, bishop h4, g5 I'm not sure, g5 is very risky, but sometimes it's work well without castling, yeah? So, depends what Maria will choose now. For me, some smell of the air shows, I mean, on the board, that she likes to play some bishop g5. It would be
Yes,
her
sir.
style a bit, yes, her style, yes, because she cannot play for some longer period soft moves, yes.
Yes. Bishop g5 and what for
Yes,
black?
there is sometimes b4. Bishop g5, h6, g5 is one option. And okay, there is b4, a4 plan. b4, bishop d6, a4. It's another option. On the other side, so, you know, this position is very, let's say, we call it tabia. Tabia means that it was static position from old shatranj, some old, because it was a more static game, and opening, they had no opening theory. Instead of it, they had some set of, I don't remember how many, 30 to 50 opening positions. They played simply position, and we call such positions which are it's possible to start to play. Why? The position needs to have more options. Here white has a lot of options, yes, here. So, and white has to choose strategy. Now move is, let's say, not critical. We can't say critical. Critical move is move which change the game absolutely. Here it is choice of the opening strategy more, yes? What you want to play, yes, on the flank, queen's flank, or you want to play Spanish strategy.
Maybe Maria choose before.
You know, as I see, my feeling is that she's not so sure about her plan.
Before.
Not about, generally about her plan here. She, okay, position is not so complicated, she can make good choices. You know, at this moment, choices are not, okay, they're important, always important, because they influence the whole next game. Yes, it is one side, but it's very important that she will know what to do after, she will know the plan. There are some positions in which for one side is much easier to play. I mean, what means easier? For black it's clear plan. Black has to develop, d6 to play, then starting bishop e6, bishop, maybe bishop g4, yes? Black plan is, okay, black has to do it. White has one move more, and white now has a, let's say, choice, yes? Big choice. Black has no real big choices, yes?
Yes.
No, it's life. Sometimes, you know, there are real choices for white, sometimes there are choices for black, yeah?
Before bishop b6, a4.
A6, yes.
A6.
Or a5 sometimes play, but a6 is more flexible, yeah? So it's interesting moment now. Maria, of course, is a bit unsure about her plan. Okay, you know, top players, even they come into not familiar territories, they're able to choose very strong continuation. It doesn't mean that it is some big problem. Of course, you know, in many cases I remember from my practice that you prepare something, opponent plays different way, but you had feelings that opponent will play it feeling something, no, not it, but maybe this, but this was option number 3-4, yes, number 3-4 option, yeah, and you can, okay, not important, it is very, very, it's not probable that the opponent will play this, but when you get this position, H3, yes.
We didn't expect.
Yes, Maria decides for very soft strategy. It means that she decides generally not to play on the queen side, yes? She decides for this plan knight d2, rook e1, knight f1, yes? Black can play h6 now, yeah? Very similar, or bishop e6 is possible, yeah? Knight e7 is another option, knight g6, it's another classical option, yeah?
So
No,
she
I mean,
gave chance.
No,
for
of course, still here, you know, she decided not to make decision now, not to make decision now.
Forced decision,
clear, yeah. But you know, as I finish my idea, what I'm talking about, that in many cases when you had idea, some not feeling, but some probabilities opponent will play this, and you did not check it, you did not prepare it, you are always start to think, what an idiot I am. It was so easy to check. Just check your analysis. Check it once more. Check, and you will remember it. Or look some games. Yes, some few games to have this line more. Yeah. Okay, it's very common practical situation. You are always angry that you did not guess what opponent played. It's very important to once more, it's not decisive factor, but in many cases it's, let's say, it is so important for psychology that you predict what opponent will play and you will prepare against it. If you, okay, in sharp variations, of course, it's extremely important. If you don't know, don't prepare this line, sharp variation, of course, it's immediately huge problem for you. And in such, let's say, not simple, I can't say that it is simple position, I must say that it is okay, quite interesting position, but the game is developing slower, yes?
But I see that Hou Fan is slightly nervous.
Yes,
Do you see she played with fingers?
Yes. It's very nice to see behavior player over the board, yeah? It's really great possibility to see how players react, and you can guess something from
About,
body language about
assessment
their
of
problems, yes,
position.
some hesitation, some. Yeah, I think okay, this is absolutely normal move h6 in such situation. But still the same.
This position maybe is new for Hou Fan by black.
Yes, h3 it's new in the sense she knows plans, more or less classical plans, but she probably did not play it with black, and she doesn't feel yet what is let's say which line to choose. Yes, she's not sure. You can see that. Okay, probably, as I have feeling that both players came on not very well known territory. Yes. It's about planning. This is strategical position. Is more about planning, about development. Okay, from white point of view, white is always one tempo up. For white is always easier, yes, to handle because you want tempo. You know, you can always, let's say, use it for simplification. You are not in danger, yes. So for white, it's in some sense easier, but sometimes this easiness leads to some. Not the most optimal decisions. Yes. Yes, h6 as I predicted. H6 is okay. It's the same, safest move. Yes. Safest move.
And now.
So avoiding all this, everybody doesn't like these pins, bishop g4, bishop g5. Nobody likes it. So everybody wants to avoid it. Yes.
Rook e1 maybe.
Yes, rook e1 on knight d2. Some people start, it's not. Rook e1 is more convenient because you stop always these d5 moves, and it is more. more usual way of handling.
Okay, plan for white is d4. What is plan for black?
Okay, black is...
Only wait?
No, not a black plays rook e8, for example, stopping d4, bishop b6, or black plays knight e7, knight g6 from the other side to be ready for knight f4.
Knight f4.
Another plan is bishop e6. Sometimes bishop. Some players like bishop e6.
I like bishop e6 because after trading it's d5 spot.
Yeah, it's first thing. Second thing that white bishop on c4. Bishop c4 and c5 they're quite strong. Yes. So in general chess theory recommends to exchange them. You see now you see body language of Chinese player. Now she's relaxed. Yes.
Yes, she's relaxed.
She's a bit waiting mood. What opponent will do now? Because it's very difficult to predict. Yes, it's not when positions are more, let's say, concrete. Players still will calculate, will continue thinking about position. Here, what to think?
Maybe she enjoyed it.
No, she is not sure. You see, she's not sure. She's just in waiting mood. Yes. Rook e1.
Rook e1.
Okay, absolutely. Rook e1 is more, let's say, convenient to stop d5 immediately. Then knight d2, knight f1. Yeah. So Maria plays typical Spanish strategy. Yes. Spanish strategy to put knight on g3 and then to prepare d4 to protect e4.
Before is not possible.
No, it's
before
possible. Not possible, but now it's mixture of plans. Yes, if you play b4, you don't play rook e1, you don't play this business. Yes, from this side, you play this side immediately. Yes.
Okay.
Knight d2. Okay, now it's plan time for Spanish. Now. So interesting. One move is bishop b6, bishop e6 is possible. Knight e7 now is d4 maybe. But it is either possible. Some players played it. Knight e7, d4, take, bishop b6, preparing d5. You know, like variation like this. Yes. So what we can. For example, rook e8. No, I mean knight e7. Yes. If knight e7, then d4. Pawn takes. Even bishop b4 maybe is possible. Bishop d2. Take. For example, something like this. Yes. Trying to get this isolated pawn. Yeah. Then c6, bishop e6. But she prefers here a6. Yes. a6 is the idea. To stop, to stop in every moment this before a4 plan, and to be ready to go with bishop to a7, and to now d4 is still possible. Yes, d4 is possible. Pawn takes, bishop. Here is a bishop. I think bishop b4 is possible. Yeah? If now, but now knight c3. Now it is not so convenient. I suppose. Yes. Bishop takes, pawn takes, d5, pawn d5, knight d5, and here very unpleasant is knight, bishop e3. Problem is that if black plays rook e8, then follows rook take, and suddenly knight d5 is not protected. Yes, not protected. Yes, but okay, it's very simple. It's not, as Karpov used to say, it's not for world championship.
Yes.
World championship level, it never happens.
a4.
Maria plays a4, yeah. Okay, it's some delayed development. Not before. Before maybe someday possible, yes. But main idea is, let's say, very, very flexible move to stop b5. Black Spanish strategy b5 to put kick bishop to b3. Sometimes white doesn't like to play bishop this knight d2. Sometimes white plays knight h3, bishop a2, knight c4. But it's more rare. But just in case, sometimes, yeah. Now players are relaxed. Maria started to play faster. Her time is around 30 minutes. Huifan spent 11 somewhere, yeah. 11 minutes, it's very...
Some players,
decision-making moment. Yeah?
some players like Alexander Grishuk at opening playing very slowly.
Yeah, but some players are playing very fast. It depends. Some players which are trying to play force lines, long lines, in men's chess. Women's chess is not like that. Girls are not playing long force lines. They prefer to play softer chess in the opening, yes? So a bit softer chess, not immediately rushing into attack. Some. But Maria always was trying to be more, let's say, fighting for initiative from the first moves. Yes, it was Maria's style. Maria always was.
To always want to win.
Yeah, be on attacking side. Yes, she likes to attack. She doesn't like. Telling honestly, she doesn't like pawn chains because pawn chains are limiting, let's say, activity of the pieces somehow, and it is not allowing her full abilities to be shown. Yes, attacking abilities, which is very strong. Yeah.
What about Hui Fan style?
Oh, Hui Fan is more technical style, more strategical style. She's not very much attacking player. She is more all-around player. I would
Positional
say.
player.
Yes, more positional player. She's had very good feeling for positional chess.
I saw her games at 10 years old. She played one game 133 moves. 10 years old, and she wins equal position.
Okay, it depends. You know, if she could play in some world championship when she was playing against weaker player, and something went wrong in the opening, and she was trying to press, waiting for opponent's mistake. Yes.
Yes.
In such championship, it is common situation. Nothing new. Yes, interesting plan now to play bishop a7 to avoid this bishop b4, or to try rook e8. Either this classical, let's say, classical development. But classical development is more used when bishop is on e7, not on c5. Then rook e8, bishop f8 is not automatical strategy, but very common. But now rook e8 is sometimes before queen b3. It's necessary to be very careful. But maybe still it is nothing, not big deal. Okay, bishop e6 is always possible.
Bishop e6, take, queen b3,
Queen c8.
queen c8.
So nothing, not a big deal. But it's clear that it's not very well known territory, and okay, to say for whom is better. It's always very interesting question. Generally, it can be better for a bit stronger player, but on the other hand, first game and Maria is a bit, let's say, not nervous, but she is a bit, let's say, not sure which strategy she will choose, what Hui Fan will react, what she will prepare. So it's checking the territory. Yes, it's clear that the both are not very much familiar, and I think it makes more interesting.
Of course, for chess fans more interesting because we.
For them not so much.
Of course, because when playing men and they knows 20 moves, 25 moves, it's difficult to understand how can remember this long variation. For women, it's fantastic.
For our public, that we have 30 minutes delay, and it's a bishop a7. It's the same soft move, just in case. Don't think about d4. White plays d4. If white plays d4, if now white plays d4, for example, pawn takes, d5, pawn takes, knight takes. Yes. absolutely normal. It will be isolated pawn, which is not big deal for white. Yes, nothing special. So then bishop e6 and normal development. Black will have no problem. So idea of this move is to be ready for d4. Yes, as which was case. Not a big threat because it was always possible to place after d4 take bishop b4. But she doesn't like to be exposed to this threat, to forget it.
Mm-hmm. And what is more attractive for white in this position?
Knight d2, knight f1. Generally, it is way. Yes, continuation, absolutely. Absolutely, let's say typical. We could say it was tested in how many games? In 1,000 games, not 1,000. 100,000 games was played in this position because this line doesn't demand too big opening knowledge. It demands just knowledge of the plans and some practice. Yes, and practice demands knowledge and practice of the opening plans. Yeah. So
yes, knight d2.
Yes, it demands for many players. We call it, telling honestly, trainers we call it lazy opening, lazy. And I never recommend for young players to play such openings. Okay, never. Sometimes it's useful to be, let's say, to start to study plans, yes, but it avoids immediate action in the center, yeah. And we teach that, always try to be active, always try to get your center, always try to attack your opponent, yes, if you just have such opportunity, yeah. So it is for more experienced players line, yeah. It was popular, okay. It's called gioco piano, Italian, yes. Gioco piano. It's called, let's say, calm game or soft game, yes. Calm game, gioco piano. Sometimes it's even called gioco pianissimo. Very, very soft game in the opening, in development, and it's. Let's say it's development not like in chess, but like in Satranj, when it was developing, all the things were developing very slow. Okay, for first game, maybe it's the right strategy for
of course.
both players, but as I told you, it's common strategy for Hui Fan, which was always, let's say, known for her strategy. In chess, when you play especially match, it's extremely important to play counter strategy. Opponents want this? No, I play different. You want to play calm? I will play active. Forget it. Always, you have always to make the most unpleasant moves for your opponents. The most unpleasant moves. It's such kind of usual strategy for the game, yeah? Okay, once more, it doesn't guarantee anything because a lot of things can happen, a lot of different mistakes, different psychological problems, technical problems in the game, everything can happen, Development are unpredictable. For this reason, chess and all sports are interesting because we cannot predict. You have 100 points more rating, you will win the match. Then, forget why we organize the match at all. It would be no use, yes, in every sport. What would be used to play for, let's say, in World Championship, some team, let's say, Iceland plays against Brazil or Argentina. What would be the use of this strategy? Zero, yes. Then sport is let's say interesting for its unpredictable results.
Of course.
That in every moment everything can happen.
What do you think about bishop e6 now?
No, bishop b6 is still possible, but I'm not sure Hui Fan wants. Maybe Hui Fan wants knight e7, knight g6. I'm not sure. Yes, it's another classical plan, which was especially big master of such plans is Anatoly Karpov. Yes, he likes knight on g6. Then it allows c6 and then d5. Yeah.
Как надо играть? Конь e7, конь g6? Или король
So,
h8?
yes. Okay, king h8. It is sometimes it's possible plan king h8, but I'm not sure king h8. But now it's late. If white plays knight f1, knight g8, trying to play f5, now knight g3. f5 is stopped. Yes, so now this one of the plans is not convenient. If black wanted to do it, black had to play it many years ago. Yeah, many years ago.
Rook e6. Rook e6.
Rook e8. Yes.
e8.
What she now wants to play after queen b3.
Не понял, как она пошла.
Rook e8.
Владя
Yes.
e8?
Rook e8. Yes. Rook e8. Yes. Rook e8 idea, bishop e6 and take with the rook on e6. And to stop d4 in any moment. Yes, as at the moment d4 not possible. Yeah. Queen b3 now is possible, but then even rook e7 is a no. Rook e7. Queen b3. What is the business with queen b3? Yes.
Конь f1 надо ходить.
Queen b3. If okay, queen e7 maybe is playable. Yes. And now threat is knight a5. White can play a5. Yes. Stopping knight a5, preparing knight h4. Yeah? And black. Okay. Okay, it's very much possible. Yeah. Very much possible.
Knight f1.
Yes, knight f1 now. Okay, now. But I don't. Okay, queen b3 is possible now. Yeah.
Knight f1. Maria played.
Maria
Immediately.
decided not to play queen b3, to play knight f1. Yeah, which is absolutely normal. Okay, as I told, Gioco Pianissimo. Gioco Pianissimo, Italian, very nice name. Gioco Pianissimo. Gioco is the game.
Конь f1.
Pianissimo. Pianissimo, very slow. Very slow, okay, but once more, for first, for psychology that avoiding some, let's say, till to the moment, some sharp play, some important decisions, it's okay. Another thing is it, let's say, good choice for the strategy for first games with Hui Fan. Once more, not clear now, results always will show at the end. What
Yes.
was result what will show if the strategy was wrong, that it was wrong. It was result will be not good. If the strategy was correct, if result will be good, strategy was correct. One more. We can't say at the moment what was correct, what was wrong. Yeah. Fact would be that it would be useful for Maria to be more, let's say, pressing and attacking. But match is very difficult, very strong opponent, and it is clear, absolutely normal, has some, let's say, cautious play in the opening. Yeah, not to be too, let's say, too sharp, because when you start to play sharper chess, your probability of mistake is much higher.
Of course. And what's the possible plan for black now?
Okay, bishop e6 still is possible. Now knight e7 is a bit wrong attitude, because knight e7 with rook on f8 is possible.
Maria played much fast. 91.
Maria.
Maybe
let's
she
say-
know.
But she made decision before. She made decision after rook e1. She made decision about her plan, and it is absolutely now. Now there are after rook e1 there are 3 to 5 moves which are obvious, and they, if opponent develops the same, they are practically automatical. Yes. So, and some players for this in such moments they take some. Not break, but now it's black choice. Yes. White made choice 4 moves ago, and it's clear. Our plan is clear. Now black has to decide for the plan. Black play bishop e6 or not? Because d5, I am not sure. d5 is a bit too responsible decision. Yes. d5, it is possible. Absolutely true. d5 is possible. Yeah. Pawn takes, knight takes. Of course, now queen b3 is not right decision. Black can play knight a5 maybe. So maybe white will play simply. White will continue with knight g3. Yes. So just sometimes I had some problem against one player, against Grandmaster Yudas, and I had problem with d4. What there was problem is pawn takes, rook takes, and knight is hanging. Yes. Sorry, what is this? Mouse sleep. What is mouse? Mouse is dead. Yes. Rook takes, queen takes, and pawn is hanging. But in this situation, this move does not work. This move does not work because here maybe e4 is possible. Yeah? Maybe e4 is possible, and black is very much okay. So after knight g3, now d4 is a threat because e4 is not possible. Yeah, d4 is a threat. Yeah. Can we try this? No. Yes. You see the arrow, green arrow, which shows white intention to which move to. So d5 is responsible decision. Yes, I'm not sure that. Bishop e6. Yes, both players are not very, let's say, in very cautious first game. And telling honestly, I have, great world champion Boris Spassky used to say in such situation, I feel the atmosphere of Bandung. Young people don't know what it means. It was 50 or 60 years ago, it was famous peace conference in Asia in Bandung about several important issues, and the atmosphere was considered to be at the end friendly and peaceful, extremely peaceful, peace conference. So it was Duch Bandung or Bandunga in Russian. Duch Bandunga, in English we can say spirit of Bandung, yes. It means, Spassky means that it is feeling of the draw.
Yes, it's smelling
Yes.
little bit, but we will see.
Может быть, надо.
If taking
Yes,
on
take,
e6,
rook
but
takes.
rook takes,
Yeah,
no,
rook
not
takes.
pawn.
No, because idea rook e8. If she want to take with the pawn, she would play bishop e6 immediately. Yes. Now bishop takes. What is this? Bishop takes, rook takes. Yes. Knight g3 still. And now maybe d5 is possible. Yes, but idea is now to take with the queen. Yeah. And then to play rook d8 because white will have.
Нет, там на d5 не надо бить.
White will have problems with d3. You see, d3 would be weakness, yes? So after d5, white is forced to play queen e2, still with their ideas, yes. With ideas to play knight f5, yes? Okay, position is with some attacking chances. Okay, attacking
Нет,
chances.
знаешь, как надо играть?
Attacking chances, yes. So, yes. So it is one way like this.
d3 надо ходить.
Yeah, but I have some feelings that it is okay, simplification of the position. So, former world champion is trying to play, let's say, cautiously and softly. Maria was a bit nervous for the first game, as always, first game for such match at home, difficult to be very, let's say,
Aggressive.
not difficult, but yes, it's more, I say, about disappointed of our public. Yes, bishop e6, of course, it's clear business.
Rook
And
take.
everything is clear.
Może интересно.
Everything is clear, and you know, for Maria, the most important thing is not to disappoint her public. Yes, not to disappoint her public. To be, let's say, with some, let's say, very risky play and some bad results. So Maria has to play either very. Decided to play very cautious chess. Okay, first game is, I think, that's checking the territory. Yes, it's always checking the territory. Yeah? Because really, telling honestly, it's very difficult to force yourself to play fully from the first game because you don't know your form. How do you will react? How you will play? It's not clear yet. Yes, after 1-2 games, it's clear. I'm good form. I'm bad form. I'm very well prepared.
And what about statistic of matches? First game is how much?
No, at the moment, okay, they played, I think, 2 games in classical chess. Hui Fan won last game, it was draw, and few rapid games in China, mind games, few years ago, and the same, Hui Fan had advantage, but I think it's the same, like Spassky Fischer. Famous match, Spassky had big advantage with the games, won about 3, and making 1 draw or something, or 2 draws. But from this point of view, you can't. Okay, there are some conclusions, but not always. There is not such rule that it is, let's say, sometimes it's very bad opponent. It's clear that it shows that this one player cannot play against another successfully, but not always. Always bad, because statistic is one thing, but we have concrete match. So to use statistic all the time, it generally does not work like this.
But generally in match statistic, for example, Kramnik, Kasparov and Topalov, Anand, the first game and the match overall.
Yeah, okay, statistics either still shows not too much. Not too much. I don't believe that it shows a final result, yes? Because it depends, as I told, a lot on opening preparation, on finding weak points in opponent repertoire, in opponent play, is finding some, let's say, positions which you will play well, opponent will play badly, not badly, but worse than you, yeah? It is very, very important, yeah?
No, not G3? Is it possible, not G3?
Of course, knight G3 is the best move, but okay, Maria can try knight E, but knight E3, I don't believe knight E3 for some reason.
It's not flexible?
No, not knight E3, okay, knight E3 has advantages, yes, own advantages. But this but she played bishop. Knight E3, but okay, threat is knight F5, yes, but D5, not knight F5, not possible, pawn takes, knight F5. Maybe queen f6, yes. It's not big deal for white, then rook d8, yes, so not big deal. So Maria decides to play bishop e3. As we told, that these bishops, both bishops, which were on c4 and on c5, now is on a7, bishops are strong pieces, yes, because they attack f2 squares. And Maria decides to exchange it, yes. What here I predict? I predict here maybe d5. Maybe, I'm not sure. Because it's not my game. Even in my game I can't be sure. Yes. In my game I would, let's say, see my preferences, yes. But I would prefer d5, yes. Bishop e3 is development of knight on f1, yes. I don't. It's possible, and then d5. Yeah. It's either possible.
After d5, taking?
Take, bishop a7, rook a7, pawn d5, maybe not pawn d5, queen e2 something, or queen e2, yeah. Then rook on a7, or rook on a7 always some problem, yeah. Nobody likes to have rook on a7.
And the knight on b7.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Knight on a7 either, so. Maria calmed down, you see, she is now relaxed because her position is, let's say, very safe, no real problem. Of course, it does mean that the fight will not will be starting on the very high speed. Yes, they can increase the speed of the game, but either very much possible is that they will, let's say, exchange some pieces and it will be draw. Either is possible. So it's very difficult to say how it will continue. Because in many cases, it's possible always to accelerate in the position. But acceleration does mean that it is useful for black here. So Shuifan comes closest with the time. Now there are just 5 minutes difference, which is absolutely not important. White played 13 move.
D5.
I think D5 is the most natural move. Okay, sometimes. But Queen D7 is not a big deal here. Knight E7 is a bit too slow in my opinion.
Knight E7.
Yes, players are thinking. I will, I will leave Nelia for 1 minute. I will try to take some guests
Okay.
here.
Who you find thinking? And what is possible? D5.
В обмін турнірах таких призів ще ніколи не було. Це так, закритих елітних турнірах, це ті призи. А відкритих для всіх бажаючих, хто не хоче заплатити 10 гривень.
А я покер продається.
Ну, виконується така інша стратегія винятки ексеру. Вибирається переможець. Перший гривень 50, третій 25, 12. Двічі менше. Виграв, молодець, не виграв, ну.
Це американський спосіб.
Американський спосіб. От, і мені дуже сподобалося, як там була зроблена приватна сесія. Тобто там були двоє розповідні, які коментують, але вони не користуються комп'ютером. А є окремо мої сешні, пішли розповідні. Він стояв на великому екрані. Так, так. Розповідні, так. Якщо не перше.
Who you find still thinking about moves?
if white takes, white can take on d5 now, of course. Sorry, d5. White can take, knight takes, queen takes. Now this pawn d3 is a bit weak, but white can play rook e3, for example, protecting it and preparing tripling pieces on e5. Then queen can come to e2, let's say, yes. Rook can come to e1 later, after that, and okay, position will be around balanced, yes. Another option probably here will be queen c2, but I don't think that it is quite strong move, avoiding some weakness immediately. Then if d4, then possible to play knight c4 or knight f5 even. Knight f5 is possible even here. So many options are possible here. Of course, this moment now is critical, we call it, yes? Now decision is more important, yes?
Yes. Knight e5, is it possible?
Which knight e5?
Knight e5.
Knight f5 now, yes, knight f5 is possible, but knight f5 is either possible, yes? Knight f5 is option, but there are not many threats. Black can try sometimes even to kick this knight out of f5. Black can play knight king h7 with the idea g7, g6, yes, to kick it out, yes. So it is an option, yeah. Three options are possible. Of course, now Chinese relaxed. In which sense? That now white has to take decision, yes. Few options white have, and white have to. They are absolutely different, yes, absolutely different moves, different plans here. So she is waiting for decision of Maria. Yes, she can't do too much in the position. Yeah.
Queen c2, d4.
Knight f5 or knight c4. It's option. Yes, queen c2 is protecting e4 pawn. Yeah, as we told this line. This move has idea to protect e4 square. Yeah? Nice decision, but here still is, let's say, keeping pressure. Yes, in the center. This move is reducing somehow pressure in the center. Yes, reducing pressure and, of course, exposing two pawns, exposing e5 and d3, but both are rather well protected at the moment, so it's not big deal for both sides. Yes, but still, this decision is important because it changes the course of the game completely. Yeah. Important for players to take some relax during the game, yeah, because generally game is 3-4 hours, around 4 hours, let's say, usually around 4 hours, and for this reason it is necessary to take some breaks during the game. Breaks it's possible to take when opponent has to take some real decision, yes, and there are few options, and it's not useful to think for you. It's not useful now for think for black what white will choose. Yes, let us see what opponents will play. Yeah, let us see. It's absolutely correct strategy. Huifan is extremely experienced player, despite she's just 22, and she had her birthday here a few days ago, 22 years old. It was nice, I think, nice event for her.
And Mayor of Lviv congratulated
her, yes, so it was quite nice. Now, she decided to take some jumper back. You know, players...
Is it cold there?
No, I don't think that it's cold, but players, when they have, let's say, she took it out when it was necessary to work more hard to make decision which plan she will use. Yes, in this position. So it was nice. Okay, nice. Usual gesture of the players in such situations. She took her cup of tea. Principio, as I predicted. Yes. So Maria decides to continue a bit waiting strategy. What black will do? Black can play queen d7, of course. One option. Queen d7 is one option. What else? Okay, queen d7. To take on e4 is never useful because when you take on e4, for example, first of all, you are ready to help white, yes, to bring rook into the center, and you expose this d5, this square d5. You expose the d5 square. So this move is mistake, a positional mistake, or we can say technical mistake, more technical mistake, because it's not useful to help opponent to develop rooks.
We have a guest in our studio, Vice President of Chess Federation, Georgios Makrofodis. Please.
Hello, Mr. Makropoulos, FIDE Deputy President.
How's working this?
FIDE Deputy President, and now at the moment acting President of FIDE. So we have okay, usual position, a bit not simple, but
Drawish.
but drawish a bit. Okay, drawish a bit. We can say drawish, but it's still room.
Of course, there is to play, of course. And everything is possible always.
Yes, you mean what, with the girls?
Nothing, no, I didn't say anything like this. I said everything is possible.
They're very strong players, and of course they are quite stable. I mean mentally, yeah.
Of course. Mentally always, the ladies are more stable than the guys.
Yes, yes, it's true. It's true that they are more stable, and they are playing sometimes a bit too serious. Sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What now? I want to ask a few questions. How do you see this match, organization, and place?
I think everything is very well prepared. We had a great help from the mayor of Lviv. Really, he helped us in the last hours very much to solve several small problems that we had. So we appreciate very much his support from the beginning, and really, especially the last 2 days, what he have done. So as FIDE, we are very happy. Now, of course, I can understand that both delegations, they are a little bit nervous in general because of the match, and both they can ask things that maybe they cannot get, but as FIDE we are satisfied with the situation.
But for players and for delegations, only one problem is, as I understand, just security, to be convinced in the sense chess security, we can say, that there will be no cheating, nothing, because last years it started to be some more problems than there are real facts.
Yes, what I can say is that on that level that they play, we never have cheating in chess.
Yes.
Okay, so we should underline this, and both players, they never have shown any evidence that they have been involved in any kind of cheating. So first of all, as FIDE, we trust our players. Then we trust organizers and all the other people. First, we trust the players. Now, it's always talking about cheating, that the weak side here is the Chinese.
Yeah, of course, because
they are not controlling. They are not controlling. Okay, that's why this is the reason, because we understand that it's the weak side and they can be, let's say, afraid. For me, not logically afraid every time. Sometimes they are crossing the line, what is logical and what is not here. So that's why, in any case, we have been really very flexible with them, and we tried the best to accept as much as possible from what they're asking. Even if the match was, let's say, in a neutral place, we'll never accept some of what they're asking. That's what we're doing because fair conditions for the players means that both players, they are sure that the opponent cannot steal.
Yes.
This is fair conditions.
Yes, correct.
So we should provide fair conditions. That's why we're doing our best here.
And they are both satisfied and players are calm.
I hope that now they are satisfied, really, and we should stop all these discussions now about other things.
Yeah, of course, it's true that on the high level it was never, let's say, never even suspicions of something.
Never.
Except one match, this in Elista case, but it was more psychology than...
Listen, because I was in Elista, okay. Yeah. For me, I said many times there that my position was Kramnik was not involved in any kind of effort of cheating. Now, of course, there was a suspicion from the other side. And we had to offer exactly for them fair playing means for them also to be sure that the opponents are not cheating. So when came all this story with the toilets that Kram was going too much, too many times to the toilet, okay, we spoke with the president, with Ilimchev, and we agreed to close the toilets. Full stop. For me, what it follows after this was completely wrong. Completely wrong.
But it was influence of such developments.
So
started then.
So there is not even this much. It's not anything that was cheating.
Yeah.
You understand? Nobody can say that this much somebody was cheating. Of course not.
Yes, but it was
of course not.
Psychological impressions.
Every time is like this. Here also, you know, the last 2-3 days we had so many discussions to how we can avoid cheating. And I'm telling you, I personally, because I know the players, yes? So I know very well Maria Muzicuk. I know that this lady will never be involved in a cheating.
True.
You understand?
Yes, of course. It's true.
So I know that we had discussions not for something which was real, just to make sure that the Chinese side doesn't feel that something here is wrong. Only this.
Something is possible.
Yes.
But now in FIDE we have this anti-cheating commission, which is started to work, which made some regulations. But as I understand, as we trainers, we are involved always in every competition. Telling honestly, I was on all big competitions and I have never seen any kind of cheating, any even tries. I think it's overestimation somehow that there are nowadays there are available electronic devices which somebody used. On some lower level, some players were catched.
Okay, there are some open tournaments that this it happens, and they catch some players, and even they catch, unfortunately, some grandmasters.
Yes.
But on the top level, there is not. This is clear. Yes. So what this anti-cheating committee wants to do? For me also, sometimes there is some exaggeration.
Of course.
In our committee. Because, okay, they think that they can control everything, they can make 100% sure that there's not any chance of cheating, when actually today we know if somebody is cheating, we have the right software to have a very strong indication that somebody is cheating. And this, for me, it's enough that we can move. But we should not get crazy with all this.
Of course. We can check it after the game.
No, even during the game. Even during the game, we can get information. Now, for example, in this match, the games are checked by 2 different programmers. We know during the game immediately what's going on. But
there are some positions like this one, the moves, this very calm play, and it's, I'm sure that they both playing like computers because it's very easy here.
No.
Not easy, but I mean it's quite obvious many things.
Okay, of course.
It is not a sign of anything.
No, it's nothing. So what I say, we should not get crazy with this the cheating, because I don't want to go to what happened to the sports where with doping and anti-doping and all this. Because what happened there, finally they create a situation where there are hundreds of millions of dollars involved in this business. There are those that they are producing the drugs for doping, those that they're buying them, and then every 2 years there is some information to VADA that these new drugs that they were in the market the last 2 years are doping.
Yes.
So people already they have they have store in their houses. Now they should buy the new versions, and they are making big business. And all these are the doping tests. So there's big business, and I don't see how they can stop.
Yes, not possible.
We don't want to go to such a crazy situation where organizers have to spend huge money to prevent any kind of cheating, and at the same time, some others they will start producing new equipment that can help you to cheat. So that's why I said many times.
To improve your result.
Yeah. That's why I said many times. For me, first of all, we should be a very important decision. If we catch somebody, finish. He should be out. Not 1 year, 2 years, maybe 7 or 10 years out. Because
his cheating problem was not cheating problem.
One year or 2 years.
Yeah.
If you ban somebody for 1 or 2 years, like he's in doping, it's like you are invite him to cheat, to get doping.
Yeah.
If it's only 1 or 2 years, okay, he can risk.
Yeah. It's risk, but then this person is on the blacklist, and is his suspicion about every his move.
But
very, very bad
correct.
situation for him.
But you know that in the sports, there is exactly the situation. There are some athletes, yes, and especially in some sports where it's very well known that a lot of people, it happens to use drugs, okay, where, okay, there are some big names, they know, okay, they catch them once, they catch them second time.
Mm-hmm. And what is your opinion about doping in chess, other kinds of doping?
I don't believe that there is doping in chess, especially, in our tournaments that there are tournaments of 10 days, 12 days, 2 weeks. Doping can help you, let's say, for a very short period. Then you collapse.
Yes.
So you cannot start.
After doping,
Yes.
Let's say, syndrome
You collapse,
is terrible.
yes.
Yeah.
So you cannot, it's not possible. You're getting doping, okay, so you play the first round well, they play the second round well, the third round well, then you collapse.
Yes.
You will lose the last round. So that's why I don't believe in this.
It is much more sophisticated, let's say, brain is much more sophisticated organ than others. What is influenced in some brains is very dangerous because it can come to total collapse.
First of all, I'll tell you something. There is a long list in VADA about what is doping for chess. Okay, who decides this? Based on which experiment?
There is no.
So there's not a real serious research by scientists to say, okay, this really they are helping the chess players.
Yeah, no, not the one.
That is not serious. Okay, so they have used the knowledge what they have to decide. Okay, this maybe can help chess players, so they are in the list.
Yeah.
Okay, we respect this.
Yes.
We are not using whatever is in this list.
But up to now, nobody made these researches, and as I know, as trainers know it very well, that nobody can even think about some dopings because it's so dangerous, and
nobody
knows how it will work.
And no one time we had any of our top players in our top events that they found him that he was using any one of these forbidden. I'm talking for the top events.
Yeah, for top events it's not.
Now, the others, other tournaments, they say, okay, I don't know. Suppose that if you drink a lot of coffee is doping. Yeah. Okay, if they catch somebody who drank a lot of coffee and say, okay, the guy, what I can do? What can I do?
Other players can say, I don't drink coffee because I don't like it. So what's some teas are, let's say.
Okay, but caffeine, let's say there are several ways to get caffeine. Okay, so they can find that then that you were doped. So.
Yeah, but still the same. It works for some short period.
This is
for 1 hour. Then it is.
This is what I say.
Collapse, yes.
You cannot really get doping in chess for a tournament.
Yeah.
Maybe you can take for 1 day, let's say, I don't know, maybe 2 rounds. But
yes, there are some now drugs which are improving memories, but it's used for some Parkinson, but it's for chess, it's useless, I think.
You remember this match Kasparov-Karpov?
Yes.
The long match.
Yes, I was there.
Okay, you were there. So I'm sure that both players, because it was not at the doping regulations of that, I'm sure that both players, they were getting advices from their doctors what they should use. If you remember, after such a long period, actually both they could not play. They had collapsed.
Both could not play. Yes,
Okay, Karpov, that was older, more. But also Gary was.
But still, there are some legal medicine which improves you to keep, let's say, to improve your physical state. But it's nothing.
No,
it's legal. What it's not.
Just what I say.
It's legal medicine.
What I say that because I'm sure that they were getting some advices in the beginning, even by using whatever they were using this medicine, of course was legal, at least for the regulations that we had on that period. Of course was legal. They collapsed.
Yes, collapsed. Yes, yes. Because this physical exhaustion was more important than any medicine. One more question, Mr. Makropoulos. Now, generally, we have practically first big competition in Ukraine.
Yes.
In many years, yes, real big. I mean, FIDE or European Chess Union, we didn't have any competition. Ukraine is big chess country. Teams were winning Olympiads, men's, women, European Championship, World Championships, and we had 2 women world champions, so it was great. And we had men world champion, I think FIDE world champion, Ruslan Ponomaryov.
Yeah, Ponomaryov.
So I think that we can now, Ukraine will start more openly, I mean, more actively cooperating with FIDE to stage some competitions. As the competitions, we can show that we can conduct it on high level.
Really, I hope that it will be a change here because everybody could be surprised how it's possible that Ukraine was not interested to organize some important event
For us, it's
with
players.
such level of chess and history, of course, and I believe everything that you need to organize an event, an important event. Of course, we were lucky here with Lviv because, okay, it's a town with great tradition in chess. It's very important that they have such history and the people, they really love chess here.
Yeah.
So you can see that all these people, they like really to have a nice event. So for me, it's a very good start. I hope that we will have in the future another event here.
We hear that there are some agreements that in Kiev in autumn will be FIDE Women Grand Prix. Because Ukraine has 2 current and before world champions, so Ukraine is somehow supporting more women chess, yes, which is very important for us.
Okay, it's logical. When you have produced in the last 4 years, 3 years, you have produced 2 world champions. Okay, it's normal.
It's normal. Yes.
You should invest on this.
You should invest in our stars because the stars are bringing more publicity. They're bringing more kids into chess, and for wide public, it is much more.
Yeah, of course.
So, and we have mayor of Kiev, famous boxer Vladimir Klitschko, who is fan of chess. He is friend of Vladimir Kramnik from old days, and we hope that it will be, let's say, really conducted, and it will be continuation of this.
We will be very happy to have events in Ukraine.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So now let's return to the game. As we predicted, it was played Queen D7. Queen D7. Black developed Queen. Maria played centralized Rook, and Hui Fan did the same with her Rook. Yes. So Rook F D8. So what to do now? Now Maria is, okay, pieces are developed. Pieces are on normal stages, a bit. Okay, we can't say that it is static position or it is simple position. Opinion is position is near equal. D4 still I don't trust D4 because D4 is a bit risky move for black, a bit too risky move, yeah. D4 is too risky. Yes, position. If D4 would be played, D4 is not a threat. So What can be white decision here? What about pawn takes? Pawn takes, and let's say d4. Yes, okay, d4 it can be met with e4 and knight e5 suddenly. Yes, but knight e5. Knight e5 can be unpleasant for black. Yes, because knight e3. Knight e3. Knight e3 is here now. Yeah? White cannot take rook takes e3 because knight takes e5, and white cannot take this pawn because of queen d1 check. Yeah. So d4. Okay, d4 can give like such opportunity, like knight takes e3. Yes. Generally speaking, here possible to take f3. Such moves which are improving center are always very useful. But it was very, let's say, responsible decision. Maria decided to play knight f5. Yes, continuing her strategy. What now is possible? Now is possible. Knight e7 is playable, but I'm not sure about knight e7. Yeah. Now e d5 will be answered with queen d5 probably, yes. And if knight takes, rook takes, yes. Now d4 may be possible, yeah. Something like this, knight e5. Yes, yes. Now threatening c4. Pawn e4 is a bit. Pawn e4 is a bit. Will be a bit exposed, yes. A bit exposed. It can be target, yes. Target for attack, yeah. So knight f5, yes, knight f5. Knight f5 now position starts to be more, let's say, sharp. Now it will be interesting. Yes, you see, it was gioco piano, and all this gioco piano or pianissimo are coming to the point when it becomes sharp. Yes, becomes sharp, and tough play now is expected. Yeah. Okay, king h7 now maybe can be dangerous because this idea g6, yes?
Queen c1?
Yes, it is idea g6. Idea g6 is always, let's say, trying to get rid out of this knight. But king h7, the second, king h7, now it is somehow opening file. If knight takes, then maybe some move like d4, yeah? Still, G6 now is risky because different tricks are possible, yes? Like queen takes and c4 or immediately c4, yeah? Or immediately c4 with the idea if black plays knight b4 here, check. Trying to take on. Now it's queen f5 check, winning queen, yeah? So this variation is a bit risky. It's necessary to calculate well, yeah? It's very risky move. Yeah? It's open, and this d file becomes very unpleasant for Chinese player. Yeah. Okay, you can see very interesting to see body language, how she's thinking, what. She's unsure a bit about the position. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, always in such situations when there is not real, let's say, clarity of the position, players are
unsure.
Unsure, yes. But she is not, let's say, it shows that she is not, let's say, she's sure that her position is okay at the moment. But it's necessary now to do something, because maybe some threat will be d4 next. Maybe not big threat now. e d5, queen d5 is not a real threat yet. So what are the threats? No real threats.
Is it possible d4 for black?
d4 never.
No,
not possible.
Not good idea.
Not good idea because this pawn, yes, after pawn d4, yes. Pawn, let's say d4, maybe knight necessary to take. But this knight on f5 will be very strong then, yes, this and maybe something like rook c1, yes, rook c6 and now queen d2, yes. Now trying to make some queen f4, knight h6 some moment, And pawn d4 is not very well protected, yes? Rook c1, rook c1, let's say, queen takes a4 is not big deal because of rook c7, and rook on 7's rank is extremely dangerous, yes? Looking to both sides, yeah? So it's not proper idea, yeah? Knight f5. It's interesting to see. Now it's maybe what decision can be taken by Hui Fan? Queen e8 is possible. Queen c8 is not so good because queen is going far from the queen side, yes? Queen d8, still it is not the dream, yeah? Okay, but
Yes.
Maria's position is good. Hui Fan's position is either good, no direct threats. Maybe some threat like b4, b5 is possible, yeah? Maybe this plan is not so weak. His main target will be knight will go away, and main target will be pawn e5. You see, it is so-called flank strategy to attack the center. Yes, flank strategy is used frequently to attack the center. Yeah, quite typical strategy, quite strong. So,
What about b5 by black?
maybe
No?
b5. Yes, b5 is possible. Yes, to stop this business. Absolutely correct. Yes, before b5, black can answer. Yeah, but what black will do with this guy on f5? Yes, it's always unpleasant thing. It's not doing too much at the moment, but in some future it can be coordinated with some other pieces. Queen can come to e2, knight comes to h2, and knight g4. You see, plan can be like this. Yes. Plan can be like this. Yes. Sorry, knight f5. Plan can be, for example. Sorry, what is this?
Cancel.
Yes, queen e2, knight h2. It would be plan, yes, for white to improve the position, create some threats. Use power of knight, yeah, power of knight on f5. Queen e2 and knight h2.
Knight h5 by black.
Knight h5, but possible somehow. But okay, knight f4 to make the let's say the same picture. But such things are a bit dubious. Maybe you see knight h5. Maybe even someday like d4, yes? Because this is risk. Maybe d5, yeah? Both attack, yeah? So ed4 is either, maybe ed4 is possible. Yes, ed4 is, but ed4 is knight takes. If knight takes, then rook takes, yes? Trying to exploit this pin on d file, yeah. So it is knight h5 a bit not central move, you know. In such situation when there is pressure in the center, yes, it's better to keep pieces in the center when there is pressure in the center, yeah.
Knight is e7.
Knight e7, which we did discuss. Okay, now it's a serious decision, yes. Now you see Maria has more time, but for Maria now it's easier to play somehow, because Maria center is safe, and Chinese center is a bit hanging, not hanging, I mean hanging. It is necessary to make some decisions sooner or later. It can be some, let's say, counter strikes in the center. It's necessary to be careful in such a situation. Queen e8 is possible. Possible, nothing wrong with it, yeah. But of course, it's not what she played.
Queen e8.
Of course, logical to get rid out of this d-file business. Yes, d-file business always is something, you know, like nail in the head. Yes, nail and protection additional to e5, because e5 is the most important square in black position. Yes, e5 is very important square for control. Yeah? But as I told, this guy is the most unpleasant on
F5?
F5. Yes. Maybe black idea could be Queen F8, you know, and then G6. Of what is this? Sorry.
And G6.
Idea can be Queen E8 and then G6. Yes. And then G6. Yeah. Of what is this? So jumping is the wrong way. Yeah. So idea can be like this. Yes. What is this? Queen E8, yeah? Now is Maria turn, yeah? Maria has 2 minutes more and her move, so it means that she improved time control. 45 minutes, they played 17 moves, it means they have 23 moves. This edition, you know, as you know, they play FIDE control, 90 minutes for 40 moves, plus 30 seconds for every move. So 23 moves till to 40, and they have additionally 22 minutes around. No, 23 moves, 12 minutes, sorry. 12 minutes plus 45, she has 57 minutes for 23 moves. Okay, it's quite normal tempo. They're playing quite normal way.
What is your predict for Maria now?
Very difficult.
Okay,
Now before not possible, pawn takes d5. I don't believe that pawn takes d5. Queen b3 is not big deal. No real threat. Even b6 possible. Queen e2 possible. Yes, queen e2 would be possible somehow, but with the idea, as I told, this knight h2. Yes, knight h2 and knight g4. Yeah. To come to g4 to exchange it. Maybe now black has idea to play knight e7, maybe even. But still, knight e7 there is. Knight e7 is possible more, yeah. Quite logical idea. So I want to say for our public that we don't use engines.
yes.
Because it's very bad style for some commentators to use engines. I call such commentators lazy commentators. Because any chess fan can go for some sites like, let's say, Chess Bomb or others, and they can see the games with, let's say, with engine. So it is absolutely useless, and it's bad fashion to use engines when you comment the game. We have to explain, to try to find the reasons why players are playing a certain moves, and sometimes I think that commentators are enjoying game Caesar. Why not?
Yes.
It's really great match, great, fantastic players, both talented, beautiful, and
Young.
playing really great chess, and they deserved, let's say, their results, great results. They are all, at this moment, they are, of course, both in chess history. Once more, you see very nice picture of some certain part of Lviv. You see Potocki Palace, to the right is Art Gallery, and to the right is, one more to the right is fantastic place, old Ossolineum, Polish library, which now is the scientific library of Vasil Stefanek. So Maria has 42 minutes left. Okay, so now is some moment. Okay, not, I can't say difficult, but not so easy. Yeah. So sorry, we have this position after Queen E8. Yes, we have this position on the board. Yes, if you play Queen E2, for me it's logical move. Yeah, for me. I don't see any reasons for not to play it. But what's stronger? Before
b5?
Before b5, I think. Before we can be answered with b5. Yeah? Stopping this b5 business, yes?
Take, and after pawn on b5, maybe
Some weak, sometimes, yes. But on the other hand, maybe then it will be some threat d4, you know. It will be can be threat d4 and this pawn can be weak. Yes. Okay. Still
Take on d5
no real.
now?
No, take on d5, knight d5, rook d5. Anything is possible. Rook d5 is possible. Position is quite nice for both. Yeah. I would say that it is balanced position, balance. I wouldn't say that some player is better because there are no clear plan, but it's possible to find some improvements of the position. Yes, improvements. It's not very much Maria's position at the moment. Okay, sometimes, you know, in younger years, I'm sure that Maria would jump for g4, yeah? With the idea to play g5, yeah? Okay, she's considering it, I'm sure. I have no doubts about it, but it is typical. In many cases, such plan works, yes? Such plan works. But as Anatoly Karpov used to say to his trainers, it's interesting, but not for world champions.
Yes.
Very nice expression. I like it very much. I enjoy it. Always it's very nice. It's great evaluation of the position. Great plan. It's interesting, but not for world championship, guys. Sorry. What to say? To expect it from Maria? Maybe in tournament game we would expect it, yes, and it is possible. And it's very logical because white did everything in the center. B4 does not work because of G5, B5 flank play. Maybe another game flank strategy works.
G4.
G4. Okay. G4 is G4, yeah. Yes, Chinese player is a bit, let's say, careful here. You see, she is now thinking. She didn't left the board because she sees that if opponents has, okay, few choices, but one choice is quite, let's say, sharp or pressing, we could say, then it's necessary to take, let's say, to be more careful, to think what is possible to be done here, yeah? So it is... Of course Maria is considering G4, I am sure. I'm considering it. It's interesting.
I'm not expecting this move.
You didn't expect it? Yeah?
I didn't see this move before queen e2.
Yeah, no, G4 is okay. When knight is on F5, it needs some support sometimes from other pawn, and white could try open G file. Yes, white could try to go for the king side, for the opponent's king. Yeah, hunting. Yes. Let us see. But I think that it's tempting move. Yes. For example, in Blitz, I would play it immediately, yes, to press opponent. Let's see how you will defend. Because in Blitz, when you have not too much time, such attacks are always unpleasant, yes. Very unpleasant, yeah.
And what about black knight h7?
Knight h7, then some d5 captures can be considered, yes, or d4 even, you know. d4 maybe not. Possible, I understand, but it's interesting. It's necessary to think carefully. So Maria now decided to think very carefully. You can see that such, let's say, such pose in which she is sitting, it means that she
G4, it means G4. It means G4.
G4, you can say.
It's not mean.
No, she's taking a difficult decision, yes, to go for, let's say, acceleration or not. Because, as I told, in this gioco piano, after some around 20s, move 20s, real play starts, yes? Real play starts. And this real play can be started now, yes? Now.
sometimes when you're looking on face of opponents,
yeah,
you can predict them
Chinese
next
face
move.
is not relaxed anymore because she was relaxed. Yes.
Who, if I understand,
Yes,
G4 is
G4
possible.
Maria's G4 is possible. Yes, she has to be ready for G4. Yeah.
No,
Not before. Maria decided to go for
But
the other flank strategy. Yes, another flank.
the second move can be G4 after B5.
B5, then yes, possible. Everything can be possible now. It's interesting moment, yeah. But G4 somehow, okay, it allows even 97. 97 then can be G4, but then G4 is not so effective in my opinion. Possible to open G file, yeah. I wouldn't. Okay. Yes, development is okay, quite okay, positional, yeah. Positional idea to, let's say, to create pressure on the center and to kick out Black Knight out of the center to some inferior position.
After B5, A take B5.
Yes, okay, B5, as we discussed this moment. Yes, B5, take. What now? Now G4. Now G4 is possible, yeah. Now G4 is absolutely possible. Yeah? Tell you honestly, it's not necessary to play D5. It's not fixed that D5 is the best move. I mean, 97 possible immediately. If pawn takes, then knight can not pitch knight. Knight takes D5 is possible, yes, because here now black is ready for knight E4 some moments, and D4 is not. It is possible, but maybe yes, take. Now it's hanging rook on E1 if knight 5. Knight 5 D4 is not big deal. Maybe rook E6 is more pressing. This, and this, yes. It is some okay pressure, maybe not so big one, yeah. Maybe queen E5, yeah. Or queen E4 is a bit risky because everything will be hanging. I mean, this queen E4 is very risky. Yes, take. Maybe yes, maybe not. Yes. Now this pin on D file can be dangerous. Yes. But on the other hand, what to do against red knight C3?
King E2?
What?
King E2.
Knight E2.
Knight E2.
Yes, knight E2, yes, threatening C3, C4, yes, and rook D5, knight E7. Yeah. Threat starts to be, yes, it's always such, let's say, businesses have to be calculated very well and very precise, yes. Now it's time for decision and for calculation, yeah. So Maria 36, Chinese 40. Okay, Maria spent around 10 minutes to make her decision, which was quite, let's say, okay. Here it is a real decision, yeah. Okay, exchanges are premature, yes, of course, pawn takes, rook d1, yes, rook d1.
Not good for black.
Yes, not good, it's just, you know, giving to opponent open file, yes, it's useless, yeah. See, now it's serious position for thinking. You see, now when she's sitting like this, she is now, let's say, working hard, yeah? Nice moment, yeah? And now responsible moment. Now it's one of the critical moments in the game. Yes, white has this critical moment, g4, b4, but now it's even more critical moment because now it's necessary to make some really hard decision. b5 to play or not to play. Yeah. Maria calmed down, a bit tense. Yes, she's waiting what opponent will do because now, of course, experienced players, they have feeling of the, let's say, of some critical moments, of some important decisions, when to take it and where they appear on the board. Yes, there are some moments which they can play relaxed because some play is more or less clear without not big tactics. But there are some moments which have to be really, let's say, well calculated moments. Yeah? I want to show once more d5. The d5 is not. Oh no, not d5. I mean knight e7, e d5. We look knight e d5. If rook takes d5, then it's possible knight e3 back. Yes. Rook goes, let's say, to d7, and some move like knight c4. Yes. Attacking this pawn, yeah, and then black can play knight g6, yes, protecting, 3 protections, yes. This is possible, yeah? Nothing big, yes. White can try to double on e file, yeah, but then b5 is playable, yeah? And nothing great, yeah. No big problem from black, yeah. So let's return to b4. Yeah. Interesting moment, yes, very, very important. You can see that Chinese now is working hard, yeah?
Популяризації шахів ще зараз дуже допомагає, точніше не популяризація, а доступність інтернету. Ще, скажімо, років 10 тому у нас зовсім небагато українців, але 15 років точно було українців на інтернет, і це зростає. Шахи зараз в основному перемістили з інтернету. Зараз ми інтернет-трансляції. І з інтернетом простіше.
Now she's catching Maria on time. Hulifan catched Maria on time. Okay, such decision demands around 10 minutes of thinking. Yeah? And when we spoke about anti-cheating measures which are taken during the match, about, let's say, not using any electronic devices, both players are cross-checked by, like in the airports, for any metal things. Mobile phones are forbidden and all electronics are forbidden. Even now watches are forbidden for players to use, prohibited, yes. It's not possible to use, because nowadays there are developed such kind of watches which are like computers. And it's not allowed by new FIDE regulations to use such things. Interesting how you find
b5. It's thinking b5.
b5, yes.
Because
she's looking on the
square.
Yes.
b5 take rook a1.
Yeah,
No,
file
no,
is not so big
no,
deal,
no.
not big deal, not real some target on a5. No real big ideas there. Maybe g4. I'm thinking about g4, but maybe it's the same. Not not for world championship matches. Karpov said.
Not now. Maybe before.
Yes, maybe before. Maybe before g4 was more, because once you are safe in the center, then you can start flank play. Yes, when you are safe. Yes, it was white. Still now here it is possible.
But after d4, pawn on b4.
Yes, but d4 then pawn d4 still is hanging c7. Will be hanging if knight takes b4. So it's not big deal at the moment. D4, but in some future still. Then c file is weakening. C7 pawn can be weak if black plays d4. It's not easy business yet. Game develops like, okay, on we can say that it is serious development, like on Grandmasters 11. They are both men's Grandmasters, which is very high, let's say, level of play. We have in chess women Grandmasters and men Grandmasters. Women Grandmaster, its title is lower than international master. Yes, it's lower. You know, is this norm for women Grandmaster is generally half point lower in the tournament than international master level. But both girls are absolutely top players. They have good men's ratings, especially Hui Fan. Despite the fact that we have just one woman in top 100, it's Hui Fan. Okay, we don't count Judith Polgar, who finished her chess career. Now she is busy with educational programs. She's making a program called Chess Palace, which is a very nice tool for teaching chess. Okay, white has to make some decision to attack on the flank or not to attack. Okay, sometimes playing on both flanks is not useful, but I think the structure C3 B4 is stronger than B5 C7 because pawns are not connected. No, when pawns are connected, the one pawn protects each other, and it is strength of the structure. Yes, if pawns are, let's say, a bit, let's say, divided, then it is weakness of the structure. Of course, B5 is not weak at the moment. Eventually, it can be come some attack. Eventually, but not for sure. One option maybe is Queen B3 easily. Yes, here. If not G4, maybe A B5, A B5. Yes. And not G4, maybe Queen B3. Yes, trying to increase pressure on D5. Yes, trying to increase pressure on D5. It's some idea, but still it's not big deal. Yeah. Okay, but it's improvement of the position. In the middle game, you know, we have plans which are, let's say, sometimes not very, let's say, precise, not very concrete, and in such cases we use improvement of the pieces. Yes, when we improve position of the pieces, then it will start some coordination, some attack, and it will be possible to make some real threats. Yes. So Chinese went out, so it means that she is satisfied with her business. We are not afraid. She is not afraid about it. Hui Fan is playing on the top level around 10 years, I think. Maybe from 2006. No, 2007 she came to some good level, yes. She was quite strong in her junior years. I think when she was 16, she was very strong player at 16. Nowadays, we can't say that any girl at 16 in the world is in the world top. Okay, Goryachkina, but it's not really high, very high level. Very high level is not very high level. Okay.
And
sorry.
At age 16, she was world championship.
Yeah, she was world championship. Yes.
The youngest woman
in the history. Yes. So it is. Really
Maya Chiburanidze was 17 years old.
Yes, Maya Chiburanidze was 7. And it's pity that Maya Chiburanidze, she could continue her career. I think she stopped playing. I mean, seriously. after she lost match to Xijun, first Chinese world champion. It was in 91, as I remember. Maya was world champion from 78 to 91. She would have chances to return because she was stronger, in my opinion, than Chinese, but her nervous system was, let's say, a bit not damaged, but she was not able to increase pressure on herself, to work harder, to fight harder. She was not too much relaxed, yes, we can't say like that. Too much relaxed. She was absolutely fantastic player, but she was not able to suffer this pressure, which is every game, yes? You know, 13 years to play on the top level, it's very difficult. In other sports, sportsmen are much, let's say, playing not so much, not more than 10, 12 years, yes, in many sports. Okay, there are some cases when players are playing 20 years, it's true. Now Maria has to make some decision what she's preparing to do. So we have still this position with b5, yeah, business with b5. Yes, now we are coming to more interesting parts of the game, which fights really starts. Center is, let's say, not so, let's say...
G4. G4. G4.
G4?
G4.
Why not a b5? Yes, it's possible to... She's not sure to take first on b5 and then g4 or not, or queen b3. G4 is a plan, yes. Yes, now Chinese is back, taking some tea, using break to reload batteries.
Is it restroom? Back?
No,
Restroom for...
restroom, yes, yes, restroom for players. It is... Okay, players need some use of this restroom. But generally this, let's say, small snacks and tea and coffee are in this room. But here I think it's much closer to the players. Yes? They can use it in the playing room. Yeah? Playing room is empty as there are regulations, and there is another second room from which official persons like FIDE or let's say teams of both players can see it. It's, I think, around 15 meters from the players. Yeah. Okay, heavy decision. Maria is working hard, and this plan now is very important. Okay, very important. Very important is every move, if you consider that it can be always mistake. But here it is important that it shows it can launch very concrete attack on the king side. Very concrete and very...
Tempting.
Tempting, yes, tempting, true, tempting attack. And for Maria especially, who is Miss Tactica, yes? Miss Tactica always will think about going forward, yes, not going back, yes, never go back in chess. Sometimes, you know, for defense you have to go back. Yes, it's arbiter, Nastasia Sorokina from, okay, she's Belarusian Australian, yes, you can say, Belarusian Australian. Great player, she is a good player herself in her country. She took arbiter's career, which is very important because we don't have enough young arbiters. All the arbiters, top arbiters, are rather older, yes, older persons. You can see here. You can say that. Okay, but they have quality and experience. Like Carol Iraqi, she's so experienced. She was arbiter on many World Championship matches, Olympiads, and so on and so on. And she deserves a lot of respect from chess community. And she's 80 now, but she's really absolutely top. Yeah, absolutely top. So for girls, it's important to be sure that arbiters will never make some mistake or some wrong attitude to our players. Okay, in chess we don't have like in other sports some red and yellow cards.
Like football.
Yeah, but sometimes for some players it would be useful to introduce yellow and red cards. I have seen many misconduct in chess games, very bad behavior. I have seen many times. So generally speaking, I would be for yellow and red cards. Now it is warning. What means warning? Warning has to be shown. That is, yellow card is on the table of the player for his misconduct. Yes, and it would be not a bad thing to introduce it for arbiters. But in chess we don't have too many cases when a player was disqualified. Yes.
Mm-hmm. We have a new guest.
Yes.
Hello.
We have a new guest. We have president of Ukrainian Chess Federation for many years, Mr. Viktor Kapustin. Victor Olimich, what are your first impressions here?
First impressions from what?
From organization.
From organization,
Yes,
from yesterday festival
Yes,
and all that.
Let's start from the yesterday festival. How you?
Yeah, yesterday opening ceremony was something exceptional, I would say. I knew, of course, that the cultural level and artistic level of Lviv is very, very high. But even I could not imagine myself that it will be such high. It was excellent concert and excellent dancers and singers and
violin. The manager of this concert was former Minister of Culture.
That's the reason why it's so high level. But anyway, it was really good festive day yesterday, and our chess players, these nice and beautiful girls, that time sitting in the opera house, they were smiling, and now they're very serious and concentrated on this game.
Somebody can smile after the game. But somebody can see. How you consider this game today?
The position is complicated for me. I'm not high professional.
No, it's really complicated. It was very slow on the start, but now it's complicated because center is hanging a bit. Yes.
From my unprofessional point of view, the beginning. In the beginning, it was the very small advantage of white, and then several changes. And now I think that this is equal position. Equal. And it can bring anybody or to win, either to win or to lose.
Yes. And Maria played a bit, because we were considering that Maria can start attack, she can launch attack with G4, G5, it would be Maria style. But you know, when I was in Anatoly Karpov's team, we analyzed some sharp variations. Anatoly always found some weakness in this plan. After some hour of analysis, he told yes to his trainers, yes guys, it's very interesting, but it's not for World Championship match. The same G4 is not for World Championship.
You know, this evaluation depends on the level of the tournament. If it's a championship match, so that's another level of chess players.
Now Maria played move 92. Now Maria plays it is positional move, Positional move is idea is, you see, to transfer knight probably to b3 and to c5, you see? It's an interesting idea. C5
Yeah.
is weak and square,
Yeah.
yes, and she can exploit it, yeah. So it's clever idea of Maria, yeah.
That's could be interesting combination, I
yes.
would say.
Yes, to improve the position of the piece. See, she has very strong knight now. She has very strong knight on f5, yeah. This knight, and then she would have another strong knight. So she improves the position of the pieces.
Two strong knights at the center of the board, so why not?
Why not? Yes.
That could be interesting.
It's interesting, normal, good development of the game. White improves position of the pieces, tries to push opponent into the defense, and I like how Maria plays. So you see, in Chinese is now, you see, pose of the Chinese is very serious. Yes.
Yeah.
She is clear.
Extremely serious.
Extremely serious. Yes, she sees some problems. Yes.
Yeah.
On the board. Yeah. So it's nice. What means match for Ukraine?
You know, that's the first match of such level in the country, you know. That's why, of course, when almost a year ago Maria became the champion, world champion, she won the world crown. So, of course, we have some hopes that she will be able to play this match in Ukraine, in Lviv, and we turn to FIDE with official letter to think about this. After 3 months of talks and negotiations on the highest level of the country and with local authorities, the decision was made to arrange this match in Lviv. I think that the great amount of organizational work has been done during this period of time, and we received a lot of experience. I think now we are ready for any tournament.
Yes, I see I was, let's say, communicating, advising, or directory of the World Championship Organizational Committee on some certain things, starting from playing hall to hotel, and I saw how they studied. How they knew more, how they were developing. You see, it's very nice to see how the people are developing as organizers, as understanding.
From knowing nothing
yes,
to knowing everything in narrow segment.
It's really great to see how it was changed. But we had World Championship even before. Arna Ushenina, who was from Kharkov. But why do you think we didn't have this match in Kharkov that time?
That's a good question. That's a good question. $1 million question.
But why? But we had not idea at that time. Now we had idea.
That was the lack of ideas. Now we have a lot of ideas.
Maybe it was unexpected for Ukrainian chess.
It
and
was
we didn't
the time.
thought even about this option.
It was 4 years ago, and I even don't remember now exactly why we did not make this suggestion that time.
Didn't think even about it.
Probably yes. Now this idea came in the mind. You know, everything starts from ideas. You know, idea, then business and all that.
And then execution is there.
Implementation of these ideas. That's why ideas suddenly came in the mind, and within 1 year we just implement.
There were a lot of problems, of course.
Some of them, some of them. Some of them left.
But it's never such situation when there are no problems. You just say no problems. But
sometimes we create these problems and then overcome them. You know.
But it's good training can help for the future time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What now your evaluation of Ukrainian chess, of Ukraine state of Ukraine?
I think that our women chess team is one of the best in the world. I'm sure it can be ranked as one of the first third of best chess teams in the world. Regarding the men's team, I think that we need to change a little bit some players in the team. And we start to do this, but very carefully, you know. That must be evolution, not revolution, you know, because chess is a little bit conservative at all, you know. And we need to move slowly and carefully, one person by one person, And probably next Olympiad will change a little bit, not very much, but will change a little bit.
But we,
our
of
team.
course, we had, let's say, somehow not change of generations, but okay, it was conducting change of generations when this. But Vasily Ivanchuk was for a long time. He's the leader of the team from 92 of the Ukrainian team. It was 23 years, yes, and it is. Time slowly comes.
Yeah, that's big time. That's a big period of time.
Yes,
23 years.
He served so much for Ukrainian chess that times comes for every player to let's say to be not to be replaced still, but to use his role maybe as some.
But to think about some perspectives regarding this and other changes, you know. That's why maybe this year it not will be changed radically, but we shall think about that. You know.
And it's very important that we have now new players who are coming to the, let's say, improvement of, let's say, Eliano improved very much.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Eliano made excellent progress during last month.
Of course, Ponomarev is, let's say, not making any progress, but he's still stable for.
He's stable, he's firm, he is strong, and he can keep the board.
He keeps the board, which is very important, of course, for the team competition, especially because in team competitions, of course, there are always some roles.
Yeah.
Always a role doesn't mean that you have to play for win every game from the start. It means that you have to neutralize, for example, the most dangerous opponent in the team, because in every team there are some players which are making points.
Yeah.
And these players have to be special tactics, like in football.
Yeah, that's
personal tactics.
Yeah, that's why team spirit in teams like this is very, very important for the for win. And otherwise, one can hardly expect to win something if the team lose team spirit.
Yes, and there are some not right strategy to play some players against dangerous opponent.
That's right. That's right. To neutralize, to attack, to offense, maybe even to lose sometime. But that's a tactic, and just the coach must elaborate this system.
And there's even team set up to put somebody on second board, third board. It's very always not easy task for trainer.
Yeah, to be flexible,
and to make the best result out of these players. Yes.
To be effective.
Effective, yes. So we had some new players who came. It's Yuri Rivoruchko is coming to the team. We had very serious players like a very strong player like Korobo, who can make good result.
I think Krivoruchko is a good, excellent player, and I'm sure he will participate in our team on Olympiads. So Korobov was always a very, very prospective and nice player. Maybe he's not very stable, from time to time he goes up and goes down.
But he can make a difference in the match. When he is in form, he is extremely dangerous.
We must catch the best time for him, to involve him in the team.
Yes, it is matter for
that's art of training.
Yes, of course. It's not easy. Everybody, sometimes people think, what is the problem? You have 5 best players, play them on rating, and put the best players. So, but
come on, that's not a team game. That's not the really team spirit created.
Because there are some opponents which are not very well playing against some other opponents. It's necessary to try to avoid
relations inside the team. Sometimes
team spirit is the most important.
Sometimes it's not easy to combine different players in this team and to use them effectively on this or another position. That's why it's really hard.
Of course, we had some losses in Ukrainian chess. Some young players, very perspective, went to study in the United States.
Like
Zherebuch and Nizhnik. Of course, it is some problem for us for future, which we let's say we expected them to be very, very tough. Yeah.
Of course, we are waiting for new generation.
Yes,
that's quite natural that. This team took all the responsibility in Ukrainian chess during more than 10 years.
It's more
you
than
know.
10 years, yes.
More than 10 years, and of course we need to create,
New place.
to wait and create. There's a new wave.
New wave,
You know, there's a new wave
because
of
when
players.
Ukraine won Olympiad in Khanty-Mansiysk
Yeah.
in 6 years ago, now we have two new players. We have Krivoruchko and we have Korobov.
Korobov.
We just
That's right.
replacing new players are coming.
You know, it seems to me that in Khanty-Mansiysk it was a peak of this
generation,
stuff.
Yes, yes. And especially in Russia to win, because Russians, you know, at home they wanted to win so much. They were not obliged, but they had huge pressure.
Yeah, at that time we were very lucky to win this Olympiad. I remember this very good. I was there from the first day until the last day. And for me it was very interesting to watch how this team spirit was created and how this young players like Zakharenko and others, how they squeezed all from the position on the board. You know?
It was terrible fight. I remember how they were fighting.
Yeah.
So tense that till to the last moment. It was tense. And
It was very
It was really
interesting.
great. Yes, to have such wins at Olympiad in Russia, which is always was.
And Zakhary Fimenko, he won this game, and it was very long time game, more than 6 hours, as far as I remember.
Yes, 6 hours. I remember
6
one
hours,
of the
yeah.
last games of the Olympiad.
One of the last games, yeah. And after that, we felt that we are able to win, you know.
But it's really great. Such moments are unforgettable. we say.
Unforgettable, absolutely
Yes,
unforgettable.
we can always remember that.
Yeah, that is something very special.
For everybody, for players of the team, for president of the federation, for trainers, for public. Okay, public felt maybe a bit less this, let's say, pressure and this, let's say, what was on the last hour of the competition, how we were seeing it.
That's right.
But
That's
of
right.
course, sometimes we cannot show for the public how was it is exciting and difficult and stressful, because chess is in many cases very stressful game.
Absolutely.
So now we have more in the game. A Chinese player decided, as we told, knight f5 is very unpleasant piece, and it's necessary to change it. Yes.
To strengthen
Yes.
the defense.
Yes. To get rid out of it, because it is always making some problem. Yes. Not now, not yet, but in perspective.
In
yes.
perspective.
Yeah. So it's normal move. Maria she can continue.
It's an interesting position, you know. Well,
She
this
can
way,
take, of
this
course,
way.
here she can take, but then I think a rook will take. To avoid this knight b3. Knight b3, if knight b3 now, it is... Okay, now knight comes to c5, but maybe black can play queen c6. Yes. Maybe it will be not big deal for white. Yes, black is reasonable position. Knight c5 and maybe knight d7, you see? And then to exchange everything, yes? Bam, 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 and it is
And
good.
go to the natural end.
Yes, natural end, yes. Okay, first game, how do you expect, let's say, not expect, evaluate first game as, let's say, start of the match? Because it's
First game is always the beginning. You know? They always, like in football, like in any game, the players should be heated a little bit.
yes. They don't know what the strategy of other team, yes.
They must feel the position of the opponent. You know, they must feel
What
how,
opponent is prepared, what he knows.
yes. How what interesting new things the opponents have. You know, that's why usually the first game does not influence very much on the result of the whole match. You know, they have the long way forward, and
Players,
it's not.
For example, Maria didn't play for 1 month, yes, and Chinese player either played maybe 1 month, she didn't play for 1 month, and they are not sure what is their form. They want to feel the pieces with their hands, their fingers, yes.
Absolutely.
So as we predicted, And I think rook will take.
Yeah, absolutely, that natural move.
Not to be attacked after knight b3 to no queen. You see?
Queen.
Queen. So black idea is here here to play probably to protect c7 pawn when it will open c file and to try to play d5 d4, you know. D5, then it will be weakness of b4, yes. So to attack something like this. But I don't think that it is something big. White can play knight b3. Yes. Okay. Maria plays knight b3. Then Chinese can be.
Nobody has a decisive advantage.
I think that she can play rook d6. Yes, with the idea to exchange on e4 and exchange on d5 on d5. Yes. Will be
Quite possible.
yeah, quite natural development. Yeah? My expectation. You know, I told about Boris Spassky expression. You know, it was a very famous peace conference in 60s in Bandung. And when he evaluated position which is close to draw, he used to say, I feel here the spirit of Bandung. Дух Бандунга. Дух Бандунга витает в этой
It seems to me
позиции.
that I'm feeling the same spirit right now.
Дух Бандунга.
Yeah, the spirit is above the board.
But really, fantastic. Boris Spassky was always a very, let's say, funny person.
Yeah,
with a lot of nice, let's say, nice expressions. It was the spirit
of Bandung.
It's evolution of the
Yeah,
position.
now we
Spirit
feel
of
the
Bandung.
spirit, just very strong spirit over the board.
It's great. But now they are a bit, you see, now they are not let's say, you can see, not under pressure. They are a bit relaxed. They understood, you see, when Chinese player was few moves ago, before she was a bit, let's say, not stressed, but let's say she had some expectations.
Yeah.
Something has to be careful. Now they are, you see, sitting.
A little bit relaxed.
Relaxed. You see, from body language, you can see
Yeah. They relaxed.
they don't see any danger.
It was very tense situation half an hour or 40 minutes ago. Now it's more relaxed.
Because it's clear for them what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. They feel the same spirit.
Yes, yeah, of course they are very strong players. They have the same spirit of Bandung.
Bandung.
Yeah.
We shall see if we are right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
It was
very
great
much.
pleasure.
Yes, it was great pleasure for us to have you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, yeah.
So I wish
All the
you
best.
good time.
Yes, thanks. And we all, okay, we will see how the match.
Thank you.
And we will match
I'll
most
come back
important.
with pleasure.
Yes, of course. We are always happy to see you and to share our comments with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye. So it is now time for Chinese player to play, and probably rook d6 with some exchanges. Players are more relaxed now. They feel that positions there are no dangers in their position, no big dangers, and probably just a second. Rook d6. What I told, maybe I am wrong. Maybe white can take here. If rook takes, maybe something like d4 is possible. Maybe, because now this pin on d file, no big threat at the moment, telling honestly. Okay, maybe threat is f4 something, yes? Because it's not threat to take on e5, yeah? It doesn't threat, yes, to take on e5. But some pins are always tricky, yeah? It's better to avoid pins in life, in chess life, yes? In every game, it's better to avoid, so maybe not rook d6, yes? Maybe she'll play some other move. So we'll take some break. Yes. Please, Nella, you will entertain our public.
Who you find is thinking? No.
Краще зеленим чаєм, давайте будемо здоровий спосіб життя і яблуком, бананами, чорнушками.
у нас відбулося, і суд пішла назад, і Марія прийняла розмір, і можливо, доводила перевагу.
Maybe d4, another possible move for black,
Зберегти інші. Зараз позиція виглядає,
but after t.
зовсім спрощується. Наприклад, зараз виглядає логічно до чого.
Mhm.
Кажуть, сухої, симетричної і одній залишається. З іншого боку, якщо партія швидко закінчиться в нічю, можна вирішити задоволення результатом, ну не результатом, а рівень гри, тому що принаймні до цього моменту не було помилок, хотілося нагадати про спонсорів цього турніру, всі, хто долучилися до цієї дуже важливої для Львова, для України єсії. Зокрема, банк розумних рішень, саме партнер турніру, спеціальний бренд перша.
D take e4, d take e4, insert. D take e4.
D takes e4. Of course, it's another execution of this idea which we talked about. Maria captured it back. Now there are exchanges on d file. I think it's rook d1 is possible. Rook d6 is no big difference. It's business. The same position is as we spoke here with President Ukraine Chess Federation Viktor Vladimirovich Kapustin. It's the spirit of Bandung in this position. it's heading to draw, and heading very fast, and it's clear that on such level, on d file is it's file for total exchanges. Yes, so I think expect knight c5 now. It is no doubt that this move will be played. And game is drawn now. No doubts. It will be in few moments. It will be easy to. It's easy to see now, but maybe they will execute it in very short time. Yeah.
Let's see the moment when g4 before
Yes,
before.
before
then-
it was this moment. Yes, g4 move. Yeah. G4 move would be, in my opinion, of course, much more accelerating. But as I told you, the evaluation of Anatoly Karpovich, who used to say such situation to his trainers. Yes, okay, knight c5 was played as we predicted, but let's return to this g4. What can I say? It would be a completely different game. Yeah, different game. And if it would mean not fast game, for sure it would be played g4. Yeah, for sure. There are no doubts. But here, of course, it was one small problem. It was first game. In first game, both players were relaxed. I don't. Okay. It is very individual, of course, but from the point of Chinese player, of course, it is black color, first game on not on native territory, and her strategy, which she is always studying her opponent. In first games, from her point of view, it was absolutely, let's say, natural way of thinking. In my opinion, of course, it would be for Maria to, as let's say, as local player to, and knowing the Chinese is not ready for big fight, to try to big fight. But on the other hand, Maria didn't play for 1 month after Gibraltar, which she was preparing. She had some training matches, but training games and real tournament games are completely different situations. And for this reason, she was not quite ready maybe psychologically to go forward, yes, full forward, yes. G4 is full forward. Who knows what will be, but okay, it's risky move, of course. After this, you play as modern players say, they play for two results, yes. You will win or you will lose, yes. There is no, said result is much less, let's say, probable, yes. After what she chosen, after this before A4, it will be, of course, much closer to equality, to calm play, and to making black play easier, yeah? Easier, not so, if there is no big risk, always it's easier to play, yes? Because there are many natural moves, and there are no pressing options in the position, yeah? Not big danger really, but G4 was really tough.
The engine would say about G4
No,
after
what
game we
engine,
will
no,
see.
engine says is not important. If what engine says, we evaluate ourselves. What engines they can say what they want, yes? So we are taking like this, rook d1, slashing, yes, slashing, queen takes. And I think that she will play now queen d6. Everything is very easy to predict, and Maria will play queen e2, yes? And black will play c6, and we will say practically symmetrical position. I expect something like this, yes? I think queen e2 is most natural move, not queen c2. Queen e2 is always here, let's say, it's easy move.
Завтра, ну, ще партія насправді триває, але можна сміливо робити ставку на інші.
До речі, Михайло, як ви відноситеся до ставок на шахові?
Сам поставив.
So it's not difficult here to see that game is practically over, yeah? Over practically, is no chances for...
Symmetrical.
Yes, very symmetrical, and it's draw. And I think Maria will offer a draw now. Oh, you see, very nice to see. Please relax now, no tension anymore, yeah?
Кажуть, набагато я взагалі давно колись пробував ставити, кажуть, що наприклад, набагато цікавіше дивитися. Чи футбол, чи шахи, чи будь-який вид спорту. Якщо ти навіть
So they have, okay,
Але є ризик двома.
normal on time, 16 minutes Maria has, and 20 Huifan, but now it's not important. No big, no real problems for both. So why Maria is thinking, I don't know. Well, maybe she's thinking about something activity like Queen A1, yes, Queen A1, then Queen A8 check, and some mess, maybe with F3, but it's not. Maybe Queen D2 then. So okay, this is not big deal, but it's not necessary to make. To make some problems for yourself. Queen e2 is the most natural move in the position, yeah. You see, now they are even moving in their chairs. They are left, right. Yeah.
Це певна ілюзія, тому що навіть в бізнесі, там як в житті, є певна залежність бізнесу від клієнтів, постачальників цього бізнесу. І відбувається незалежність бізнесу, починається за рахунок великої кількості контролерів. Бізнес є незалежним, тому що він залежний від великої кількості відносно невеликих Це те, що нам теж треба робити в шахах, щоб в нас були потужні центри по Україні. І тоді ідея шахів буде розвиватися незалежно від ситуації у світі.
Not necessary to think so much, but
До речі,
Maria thinks how to act, to play Queen e2 and to offer a draw, or not yet, or. But reality is not. In reality, there are no real options here. It's Practically, we say that it is empty position. Yes, empty position. No chances to do something, to get even to squeeze some water from this wood. Yeah, you can't squeeze anything. We can squeeze, but no point. Yeah. I think it's one or 2 minutes, not minute. Okay, let's say 1-2 moves, but few minutes to fix the draw.
Іерогліф на китайській мові криза означає два значення. Це може бути погане, перше, а друге значення це можливість. Шанс змінити своє життя.
Maybe she's thinking about passing this game. G4. Or another-
Maybe yes, she's. But still, now she has 13 minutes, not nothing. Let's say pressing with the time because position is easy to play. Yeah, she played finally queen. She was thinking about other things.
Yes.
Such situation, not about because move is so obvious that you can see it like it's like very much expressions of former Yugoslavian players. They say in such situations that such move you can see from the airplane. You don't need to be closer to see it. It's from airplane. You can see it immediately. Yeah?
Це так само, як запитувати, що можливіше, права рука чи ліва, яка Я думаю, що
Another joke, the grandmaster thinking very long time and after make a very short move by queen. Only one square.
I think that she will play c6 and will offer a draw. It's my not feeling, understanding of the situation. The offer of draw is in the match, especially it is sometimes girls are offering differently. Not yet, yeah. I think Maria will play f3. Not f3, maybe f3. No, f3 maybe not necessary. Maybe g3, king g2 she will play, yes.
For some players, very difficult to offer the draw.
Yes, sometimes it's very difficult, especially for girls. For men, not. Men can make draw offer at any moment, even before the game. Many cases, yes. Yes, g3, as I told, it's clear improvement, slight improvement of the position, yes. Slight. King g2, h4, and so on. It's time to go to bed, we can say. Maybe even knight d7 will be played. Knight d7. I would play knight d7 to kick this knight out. Nothing bad with this knight, but go out of here.
Go home.
Go home, yes. Go home. No, go home. Exchange it. Because you see, knight on c5, strong square is strong square, but this square is not influencing anything, yes? Anything really in the position.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Knight
clear.
is-
It's not necessary to. She will play knight d7 and will be draw. And go home.
Розглядають можливість знову ж таки нового союзу Польщі, Білорусі, Литви, України, тобто такий так званий проєкт Інтермарі. Тобто певне об'єднання від Балтійського моря до Чорного моря пересувало би, було б посередником фактично між Німеччиною, Францією і Росією. Безумовно, поява таких
No, once more, they don't think really about
Position.
position. Yes, don't see. They
Generally.
think how to offer. Okay,
To offer or not to offer.
Maybe she will offer. It's some psychological, not game, but to offer, not to offer. Yes, who will offer first? Yes, either is important. Somehow psychologically, who will offer a draw? I will not offer. Yes, she says. Of course,
In childhood, very difficult to offer the draw. But
No, I must tell to the public, we have 30 minutes delay. Game is over for 20 minutes. It's draw. Just one move and we are close to it. Yes. Okay, 97 is clear, so it's draw. Yeah. Who will offer?
Who you found?
Yes, it's interesting. Yeah.
Давайте повернемося до політики ситуації в Україні.
No.
Вже які проходять
Oh, she offered. No, she didn't offer. Men's would be, would go to drink coffee 1 hour ago, yeah? It's true, yes. Men's would go to drink coffee 1 hour ago, it's clear. But girls still some psychology which is in the air, yeah? What was that? To play G6 and King G7 to make total symmetry, yes? To make it total, yeah? Okay, I think it will be like that. No, total, this will be maybe Queen E3, King G7, and so on, yes?
До речі, це ваш суперник визнав свою інтелектуальну неспроможність.
Так само важливо, що це надзвичайно